Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Now, if I were to ask you what tools you would like to have with you in the event of a long term emergency where you either had to stay at home, say without power for an extended period of time, or where you would have to evacuate your home for a lengthy period of time. Now, for me, one of the top 10 tools that I would like to have would be a tablet. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. A tablet? Why a tablet is a tool to have in an emergency? And let me tell you why. Because if you're put in one of these emergency scenarios, once you cover the basics such as air, water, food, shelter, information is very valuable. Now, I don't know how many of you have actually lived through a few days of a power outage during a storm, being locked in. I've been locked in during a blizzard. I've been without power after a hurricane for almost a week. So I've been through it, and I can tell you when things start going south, they degrade very rapidly. Confusion sets in, boredom sets in. It gets kind of hectic. You wouldn't think so, but it gets very hectic with people scrambling around trying to do things. And let me give you an example. One person in the family may be trying to hook up the generator. Somebody else might be tasked with cooking. They may have forgotten a recipe or are unfamiliar with using a power station and a crock pot or a small appliance to cook some food. The kids may be getting restless. They may want some entertainment. Something may break down. The generator may stop working, and you need to look at the manual to change the oil or to change the spark plug, etc. Right? And you don't want to be scrambling around for all this information. Now, I do have several means of archiving all this. One would be a binder. So I do have a hard copy. It's got tabbed out water, food, power, security, sanitation, where I have notes and manuals. But I can tell you, if you want everything in one place, you can't beat a tablet. They're relatively inexpensive, and you can store hundreds of manuals, hundreds of books, tens of movies. I say tens. I usually keep about 2 seasons of TV shows and probably 10 movies, all different genres, so everybody can find something they want to watch. Now I'm going to give you a quick demo up close and personal of the files and information that I keep on my tablet personally. But prior to doing that, let me get this out of the way and say, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe so you'll know when I have new videos coming out. And most importantly, as always, if somebody you know or love could get something out of this video, then please share it with them. Now let's get up close and personal with my tablet and see how valuable this can really be. Okay, so everybody's going to have their own style and content that they want to keep on their tablet, but I'm just going to show you some of mine, some of the content that I like to keep on here for reference. So say I'm running the generator, it's been running for a couple days, I want to change the spark plug or change the oil, I got a few sitting around, I got a few different weights of oil I want to verify. I have the PDF saved for that generator, so I can go through. There is a shortcut, but I'm just going to kind of scroll through here really quickly. This is the actual users/owners manual, so it gives you the intervals and everything. Okay, so now 10W30 is what they recommend for that generator. So I know that I can pick out my 10W30 oil, change the oil, and I'm good. Okay, now say somebody gets sick. We're kind of stuck in the house, can't get to a doctor, their doctor's office is closed, can't get out, you're snowed in maybe, roads blocked by a downed tree or something, you're having a real hard time, so you need some quick medical advice. I have a directory called Prepping Docs, Basics Cooking First Aid. Let's see. Where There Is No Doctor. This is kind of a basic guide. It's a PDF that I downloaded and loaded on here. It covers a lot of different medical conditions: fever, shock, loss of consciousness, burns, broken bones, how to move people that are injured, hepatitis, pneumonia, bronchitis. It gives you some basic medical information on how to treat those conditions until you can make it to a hospital or get a hold of a doctor. So that's just one of the PDFs that I put on here as far as reference material, just in case I get into a bad situation. Now, say somebody is trying to cook black beans. You forget how long you need to soak them, that type of thing. The tablet has a camera built in, and that's how I actually got to this document. This is preparing black beans, and you can hand this off. Say somebody in the family's cooking them. You can say, okay, this is how you prepare them. Go ahead, load up the document, hand it off to them, and let them go to town and do their thing, right? They'll know how long to soak it, how to cook in the rice cooker, what to look for, and basically how to get the job done. So that's very handy too. Okay, here's another scenario. Say you have to leave your house. There's a flood happens. You have to leave. Category 5 hurricane is coming. You have to leave. You want to take as much information with you as possible, so you can build yourself a spreadsheet and you can load it on here and open it up. Now you can protect it somewhat by password protecting the spreadsheet prior to loading it on here, and that gives you a little sense of security, right? But you may need banking information if the internet's down where you're going, but the phones work. They may ask you challenge questions. They may ask you for your account number, etc. And if your app isn't working, you don't have connectivity on your phone, you may need some of this information. So this is just a sample spreadsheet. I don't have my actual information on here, but you can put your bank, your account number, your routing number, your username, your password. Medication, I have this in the spreadsheet as well. If somebody in your family is allergic to something, you may not always be around and have that knowledge, right? So if something happens, you can have this, let everybody in your family know that everybody's information's on the spreadsheet. Contacts. Everybody's damaged the phone at one point or another, right? I've dunked mine a couple times in the water. You temporarily don't have access to your phone, but you have access to somebody else's phone, and you can put your contacts in here, so you can use anybody's phone that you borrow or whatever. You can look up the contacts in here. Oh, I need to get a hold of my neighbor Joe to check on my house to make sure it's all in one piece. I got his address. I got his contact information in here. So that's another very powerful method of storing data to have on hand and ready to go in case you need it. And we all know boredom sets in when you're in situations like this. It happens, trust me. You have just the basic electrical components going in the house with your generator or whatever you're powering it with, and kids especially get bored. So you can go in and let's see, where are the videos? Hopefully they're on our videos. Yeah. So this is just a few that I loaded on here for the demo purpose. You can have kids programming. You can load adult programming on here. I happen to like this movie, Joe Dirt. So now that you've seen some of the information that I keep on my tablet, let me do a little brief summary here and tell you why I use it, and I think it's one of the most valuable tools you can have with you during an emergency. It's ultra portable. You can use it at home on the go. You can pass it off to somebody in your family or a friend that's working around your house if they need instructions on how to do something, they forgot how to do something. You can look it up very quickly here. It's basically got infinite amount of storage if you buy SD cards. You buy the micro SD cards. The one that I have in there currently has a lot of files on it, has multimedia files, movies, TV shows, spreadsheets, manuals, etc. And then this one I loaded strictly with entertainment. So it's got movies, music. So you can swap it out. It's got the card. You just take the old one out, put this new one in. It's loaded up, ready to go. It's got a lot of entertainment value. Now this is an Amazon Fire tablet. I like these because they're very cost effective. You can get into these when they're on sale several times a year anywhere from probably $40 to $100, $120. You don't need an iPad for $500 to do this. You can use this, it works just fine. Low power requirements. It does not take much to charge this up. You can use a small solar system to charge it. It doesn't take a big load off of your generator. If you have a power bank to charge up your cell phones, you can use it to charge this up. It's easy to use. You can hand a tablet like this to any 5-year-old and they'll probably run circles around you. They'll know exactly what to do, how to use it. It's very simple. It's not complicated. You can pull the files up. It's very user-friendly, very easy to access the information. So even when you're in a stressful situation in an emergency, it's still easy to understand. It doesn't take long to figure out how to navigate and find your files. So hopefully maybe some of you agree with me. I think it's a very valuable tool to have with you in the event of an emergency. Now, the reason I made this video was honestly because I'm getting ready to upgrade mine. This is a Amazon Fire 7, and I'm going to go with a 10 because they happen to be going on sale. It's close to Black Friday, but they do go on sale several times a year. There's Prime Day, Black Friday. You can get refurbished ones at a decent price that have the same warranty on them as the original ones, the brand new ones. They're pretty durable for the price point that you pay for them, so highly recommend them. I'll put the links to the ones that I prefer below in the comment section, along with a case or two that I recommend. And hopefully you've gained some knowledge in this video and you maybe agree with me that knowledge is a good thing to have in an emergency. So thanks for watching my video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.